I love bartending because it allows me to be social and allows me to be active. It's inherent in some people the desire to create a good time for somebody else, people whose whole identity is wrapped up in, God, I hope they're having a good time. And I am definitely one of those people. Leyenda is a pan-Latin, all-encompassing Latin bar and restaurant. I lived in Guatemala and all over Latin America for about 4 years, and this bar is really bringing a lot of that to Brooklyn. We're really trying to not necessarily be an oasis away. Like, I don't want you to walk in here and be like, oh, I feel like I'm in Tulum, I feel like I'm in the Caribbean. Our aim is really to create a Latin home within Brooklyn. Julie Reiner is my partner here at Leyenda, and after working for her for a number of years, our landlord approached Julie and said that he had a spot available. I was in the process over a year trying to open up a different project, was having the same trials and tribulations that people tend to get into. It's just constant string of catch-22s. You can't open a bar until you've already opened a bar. You can't get a venue until you have the money. You can't get the money until you have a venue. So this is having a string of problems. And Julie calls me up at the end of December and is like, would you be interested in doing a project? I was like, let me think about it. Didn't take me very long to be like, yes, I'm in. There you go. What do you think, mentor?
Well, we decided to join forces on doing this space and really make it a bar that is all about her passions. And she is a go-getter, and she works her butt off and has a work ethic that you don't really see at that young age. You know, I saw a lot of myself in her, and I just knew that she could do it. She just cut from a different mold. That's tasty.
My whole background is in fine art, and when I decided to kind of leave the art world and dedicate myself to the culinary cocktail scene, I was just making art for a different set of senses. Most of my cocktails come from like someone coming in and saying, I don't know what I want, which happens every day. And I'm like, okay, just tell me what you want. They can describe it anywhere from flavor profile to a feeling to whatever. And then I can think, okay, this is what I want to do, and I get to work on the spot. And something about the tight deadline of here you are in front of me, you're gonna want to drink in 5 minutes and I have to make it up. I use that as inspiration, motivation to create new cocktails. Then you tweak from there. You know, you go on, you're like, oh, this is a good starting point. I write it down on a piece of paper, and most of my work is done here. This is like my studio. I have a drink on the menu, the Cobble Hill with Irish whiskey and mezcal. The whole thing was, okay, how do you join these two together? With that, put a little bit of Lillet Rosé, Martini Bianco to kind of lighten it out, a little bit of Saint Germain for floral notes, habanero, and mole bitters. We use nice chilled glassware here, as you can see, to make the drink really cold. We also put a little dividend on the side to hold the extra liquid, so it keeps it cold for you, but also gives it a twist. I'm also going to be making one called the Feelings Catcher. I really wanted a bourbon drink, and I was like, where do I put bourbon on my menu? Because everyone in Brooklyn drinks whiskey, so this was my spot. It's Spanish brandy, bourbon, Jamaican rum, guava, lemon, grapefruit, and cinnamon. Super good, thirst quencher, it's great for summer. For a long time, when we first opened, people kept on telling, like all the press was like, tropical drinks this, tropical drinks that. And I think this was the drink that gave us the reputation for tropical drinks. But we make more than just tropical drinks here. I was just at a thing called the Tales of the Cocktail in New Orleans. It's arguably the world's largest cocktail conference. And as part of it, they do something called the Spirited Awards. Essentially the spirits and cocktail industry's version of the Oscars. And I was just awarded Best American Bartender. It was a huge honor. I was on the long list for 4 years for the Spirited Awards, and for the first 4 years as the only woman. 2 years ago, another woman, Pam Wissenser, became part of it, and then I was the only woman on the short list, I think, ever, for the award. And it means something. I'd love to say that doesn't mean anything, but if it didn't mean anything, then there'd be more women on the panel. What that means, I don't know. I started something called Speed Rack, which is an all-female bartending competition that is supposed to create a platform for women in the industry to be like, I'm here, hire me, give me a job. And I'm not sure if it's due to Speed Rack or just right time, right place, but since 5-6 years ago, there are certainly more women in the best bars in the world, and that's a good thing.